Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex Competitive back again today with a brand new video, and as always, down in the title below will be the topic we're talking about today. So another anime review of Keijo, and I do want to start off by saying this episode is good. I really like the tournament setup. I'm a sucker for tournaments. A lot of people say it's just so generic. I like tournaments. I mean, I'm a competitive person. I've told you guys before I played sports and I was very competitive. Played baseball, basketball, all those kind of things. So I like the tournament setup. I like it. It works for me. So let's start from the beginning here. So we have Nozomi versus the pink-haired girl that is obsessed with Kusaki, and we really just find out she's batshit crazy. There's nothing more, nothing less. Even after Nozomi wins, the girl starts liking Nozomi now. It's kind of like, so if you beat her, she loves you. And I kind of thought about it. I was kind of like, I guess you really would look up to you because she's elite class, so she's probably never lost the land before, and Kusaki, she states that she beat her. Kusaki beat me, and ever since I thought she was a goddess. So I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, especially if she's never lost to someone. Given how crazy she is over it, that's something else. That's something else. But we have to get a new attack from Nozomi, the meteor hip, and I guess it's kind of made up on the fly. I mean, I don't know nothing more than that. I have nothing other else to say than that. Like, that move was definitely just made up on the fly. So we actually found out also that the East War has won every time. The East has won the war every time. The West has not won, and that they want the schools to merge together because they think the West just doesn't produce good Keijo players, and that's because of the faculty and everything going into it. Because we see that the East has more funding, all this kind of stuff. And given I thought the freaking arena and stuff at the West school is like nice as hell. I was like, hey, it's a nice campus. I mean, shit, look at the food they're getting if you're elite class, which is kind of biased in a way, but okay. But other than that, the biggest thing about them losing 10 times, they've not won once, they've lost, they're 0-10. Can you imagine losing 10 times in a row to the same people year after year after year? Like, that drive you crazy, and the teachers firmly believe that this is their year. This is the year they're actually going to win, and or at least really compete and push them to the limit. But one thing that's interesting about this whole tournament thing was the simple fact that the East apparently is not playing their best Keijo player. And I figured the girl with like the light green hair, whenever her and Nozomi had the altercation, were, that was the strongest. I figured that, like, even in my notes, I have she's the strongest. I have Nozomi versus the East School's strongest. And I loved how the characters were really connected. Right there, like the West School, they all ganged up and said, who are you to say this and that? I just love how connected they are. Like, they're teammates. Like, it's as if they're working for the same agency while playing Keijo, just like the professionals at Keijo have their own agencies, you know what I mean? So that's really cool. I mean, right there it shows these girls are ready to work with other people. They're open-minded, and I thought a lot of these girls would be really closed-minded and not respect the class. The room, was it 304, 301? Was it that came whenever they came to elite class? I figured they wouldn't really respect them, but no, I really like that all the characters are like down to earth and it's cool. They're just really freaking cool. Weird, but cool. I mean, Kusagi's talking about having girls in bed and whatnot. She's like, I want to hear that voice. She's like, I bet you're good at it or something like that. I want to hear your voice, especially in bed, and especially whenever I'm whooping your ass out there, basically is what she said. And I was kind of like, well, okay, Kusaki. I mean, if you're looking to, just call me up. Just call me up, girl. Just call me up. Because one thing about this whole episode held true, right? It held true whenever the pink-haired girl said, with the hearts in her eyes, I do not know her name to save my life. I do not know it. I would get the answer wrong. What's her name? I'm dead. I don't know it. But she called Kusaki a goddess, in which, yes, she is a goddess, and you see what I did there? But she is a goddess, and she's really freaking strong, so I'm ready to see her fight. And at the same time, we're learning that it's going to be groups of 4, best 2 out of 3, so everyone's got 2 first out of the 3 matches. So we're going to go 3 matches, obviously. We can already predict that. They're not just going to leave 4 Keijo players out, especially Nozomi's on the anchor team. And it's kind of like, why didn't they just stack their roster with Kusaki and Nozomi? And it's kind of like, okay, it does make sense, because if you're fighting in teams, you want your strongest spread out. So I take it their strongest are Nozomi, Kusaki, and Miyata. I take it those are the big 3. I mean, it seems as if it's that way. And Miyata's shown that she can take down anyone out of the elite class. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, you could argue the other pink-haired girl that has short hair that always talks about hot guys, but she's on Nozomi's team. So I mean, that kind of takes her out of the question. I mean, you really want to have these rosters balanced, and it looks like that's the direction they were trying to do. You know, the writer went. So that's cool. I'm really glad to see all that. Good episode. I do not know what the hell is going on in the next episode. I just know Nozomi said her nipples are hard, and she was referring to Miyata. Miyata, all she has is nipples. I mean, she ain't packing a punch up there. So, I wonder how many of you guys think this is funny. I'm just like being serious, talking about Keijo, and that's just what it is. Given I'm just used to it now. Given that the whole I'm gonna rub my boobs and make my nipples erect thing kind of threw me back there for a second. I was kind of like, okay. In other news, but good episode. Can't wait to see what happens next. I believe I covered everything, and it looks as if I do. Besides the yeah, I did miss something. Nanase the ass eater. Nanase the ass eater. Wow.